What's up there, Fangs and Infernos? As always, we really appreciate you guys being so cool and just rocking out with myself and the devil with everything that we get to do. But that's enough about us, because the fact of the matter is we're secondary when it comes to all of this, because we love our awesome conversations, and we're going to take a trip down to Tromaville as we are hanging out with all of the originals from the Toxic Avenger. We've got Mitch, we've got Jennifer, we've got Mark, we've got Cindy, and we're going to have a great time right now. So first and foremost, thank you all so much for giving us a little bit of your time and hanging out with myself and the devil.
We're so excited.
Yes, and I've never met the devil before, so I'm very honored.
I'm not the devil. I'm just a devil. Everybody always mixes me up with that.
Semantics.
Not that one, but I'm a devil.
Okay, all right. So I'm still not meeting the devil, and maybe I should be happy.
Yeah, you're all right.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like Santa Claus. If you ever really know whether you are or aren't meeting the Santa Claus or just one of his like minions,
Santa
or
guy.
it's
Okay.
a Santa guy. Because I mean, we have a Santa, over there in Daniel Roebuck from the Terrifier series. So there always seems to be a Santa around.
Yeah, we're meeting a minion.
Exactly, for sure. But again, so first and foremost, the devil and I got to see you recently at another con, but we're hanging out at New Jersey Horror Con now. And so far, how has the con been treating everyone?
It's exciting. We love all the fans. People have come from all over the country. We had people from North Carolina. They brought their kids. It was really exciting. So.
Just the kids dressed up as Toxie and
I've seen
and
the little
Melvin.
Toxie. That was awesome.
The wigs and the had the Toxie headpiece. I mean, it was really amazing. But aside from that, there's just been a lot of kids and a lot of friendly folk, a lot of fans, awesome fans. We wouldn't be here without y'all.
The little 8-year-old said I'm his favorite actor. So
That's awesome.
that made my day.
You're my favorite actor too.
Yeah.
We had a family who planned to come to see us from January, and they drove 8 hours with 2 or 3 of their children.
Oh man.
And they brought us presents. We were like, thank you. It's so sweet. Pictures of us with their background and the 2 little children dressed in wearing the same t-shirt. Oh, and I have a correction. We are the Toxic Angels.
The Toxic
So
Angels.
2 angels outrank 1 devil. Just so you know.
That's right. Thank you.
Dangerous company there,
We're,
devil.
we're
Just so you know.
a good team.
I'll say I'll back away from that one.
The horror cons in New Jersey, we had some fans that actually went to the sites where we shot most of the movie.
Oh, nice.
Before they came here.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's really interesting.
I'm in a new movie called Inferno, and it actually has the real devil.
Oh,
So look for that.
No,
And he looks a lot more devilish than
more
you
devils
do.
than me? Okay.
my gosh.
so one thing that we have to touch base real quick on too, for anybody who's familiar with the Toxic Avengers, of course it's a very, very lovey experience right now. But Melvin, there are a couple of people that have been a little rough on you in the past, but it seems like you guys have potentially buried some hatchets.
Yeah, they've all been rough on me, except for my alter ego, Mitch.
Yeah.
He keeps me around so that we keep everybody under control.
Right. We have this room in the background, and it's been very lucrative on the
Oh,
intimacy
man.
circle.
Nice.
So we've all been in there. It's been very loving. We love each other.
I haven't been in there.
That you
We're
know.
working on that, but it's very
What do
cherished.
you mean?
Devil, when you edit this, you might have to potentially watch for some things there.
Yeah, there
Like
we go.
Mark's spilling a little bit of the
Spilling
info
the tea.
potential, spilling the
It
tea a
hasn't
little
changed
bit.
since 1983.
Yeah.
I saw the same guy.
And how do you know that?
Maybe there was a reason the girls weren't so nice to him back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe he might have been overstepping his bounds a
Maybe
little
it was
bit there.
just me and Mitch in that room.
Well, we've been in the room together on many, many, many occasions.
Yes.
You're my alter ego.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And before I kick it over to Devil and let him take it away, the next question just in this final segment is, when you look back at that movie and the casting of that film, how do you remember the conversations with Lloyd going, for the parts you ended up portraying?
Lloyd is always very, very nice to the actors on set. He was always very much professional with us, kind, walked it through with us, let us create on our own. You guys feel the same, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So it was a great experience for us with him.
How do you remember the casting just going? Was it like a casting call?
It was a casting call,
Casting
yeah.
call?
I mean, we're all kind of in the same boat. We were just starting out, and we wanted to get a role. And I got called in a casting call, asked me to play a creature. So you know how that goes. You have to figure that out.
absolutely, for sure.
But yeah, that's how we all got in.
Yeah.
Well, I was in the first Turn On, which was a movie they made before Toxic Avenger, so I didn't have to audition. They just called me up and asked if I wanted the part.
You were a shoo-in.
I was a shoo-in, and I said yes, I will do it. Please
Yeah, she
don't pay
paid to
me.
do it, right?
I said,
Please don't pay me. I don't need money.
Because that's not the trauma way.
No, never the trauma away.
And that's the thing about it too, with a movie that's been out, for 30 years or something like that, with such a different generation of people. You talk about you have the young kids coming in and liking that. Talk about a movie such like that having such a great span, and that fans that are still just rabid about the Toxic Avenger movie, and just that movie is still, you watch it now, it's still just amazing now to watch it as it was back then.
It really is. I mean, it moves really well. It's edited really well. The music is fits it. There's all this crazy death stuff. I mean, the stuff in the taco place.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of the death stuff in there. I mean, it's really fun.
That's the one scene that that Mrs. Vamp is never stoked on before when we watch that movie is anything involving the dog.
Yes, the dog.
Yeah.
I'm upset about the dog.
So she wasn't as upset about it running over the child's head as the
No.
dog, right?
Yeah, the kid was, he had
We felt
it.
similarly, right?
Or stuffing the little old lady into the cleaner.
Nope.
Yeah.
No,
The head crushing
that's-
scene, nothing.
No, totally fine. Comes with the territory.
But you shoot a dog.
Yeah.
Horrible people.
Horrible.
You're only on a level of bad for other
Yes.
things, but an
Yes.
animal, horrible.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that I'm enjoying Lloyd Kaufman even more now because he's so vibrant. He's showing that you can do this at any age, at any
Yeah.
time, be creative. I just interviewed him 2 or 3 weeks ago
Yeah.
on the Cynthia Mannion show. So you can catch that. I think it's episode number 118. And he is out there doing it. You
Yeah,
see his
still,
face
yeah.
and he's inspiring people. His, I want to call her a leader, a helper, who started when she was 21, maybe, and she's still with him. Her name is Sabrina, and she's like his handler now. Okay. But she came in for the magic of doing it yourself and all the tricks. So now she's a producer and editor, and she's editing Lloyd Kaufman's new movie. It's noir, and he says it's his best work ever. So catch that on the Cynthia Manning show and get a little of the inside dirt.
Absolutely. I mean, Devil, you have a cool story with Lloyd yourself from when you were comparing him to another famous director.
A friend of mine in Pittsburgh had a video store, Credible Exchange Video, and they brought Lloyd Kaufman on. He was the first person. He's like, he hasn't really done this kind of stuff. So he's like, I don't know what we're supposed to do. And I was like, well, first thing I'm going to tell you, you're my generation's version of Ed Wood. And he was like, that is the greatest compliment I've ever had in my entire life. And I'm like, you are, because you were making movies that are not everybody's cup of tea. They're cheesy. They're kind of like that. Ed Wood didn't give a fuck about those movies. He made those movies.
Yeah,
He knew they were low budget. He knew they were kooky. He knew it was not everybody's taste test of tea. And that's what I love about Lloyd Kaufman. And like I said, working with him, he's such a great honor and stuff like that with all that stuff. But yeah, he was like, dude, that's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. Because like I said, I'm like, you're my generation's Ed Wood.
Absolutely. I mean, he
It was the
enjoyed.
prettiest, ugliest compliment.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he enjoyed pushing every button.
Oh, yeah.
And there's something in that. I'm a huge horror fan, and I have been since I was a kid. I started watching the Hammer productions, the old vampire films,
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
And I
brethren.
started stepping into stage a lot, and I wanna do the horror stuff on stage because it's very theatrical, and I think it'll be beautiful.
Absolutely. I mean, Cindy, you do so much with your, being an author and, your books, and, you're making an appearance at another con later this year that's very much involved in books as well. So when it comes down to sitting down and writing, putting things fully into script in a word form, how do you look at that and that kind of an outlet?
I'm working on several projects, and I actually look at my end, what I want at the end, and then I figure out who I'm speaking to as my audience, and then I start at the beginning and I make little, 4 pillars of what I want it to be, and then I start in this little piece, and then I get an idea for that little piece, so I stick it in there, and I realize that doesn't work, and I move it. and then I have someone read it and go, huh, oh, I love that part. Oh, that part had the magic. Let me work on that. And before you know it, we got a story.
Absolutely, for sure. And of course, Mark and Mitch, what can you tell us also about what's going on with you this year?
So moving forward, we're going to be at FrankenCon in June, right? And we're going to have some other creative projects coming up. We're not allowed to talk about them, but you'll see some stuff.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
in Poultry Guys, which is it's almost finished if it's not finished.
Nice.
Because it's going to premiere at the movie theater, the outdoor movie theater.
Yeah.
Mahoney?
Mahoney.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen it yet, but I'm excited to see it. And I get my brains
He's a staple.
I get my brains eaten out by chickens. So
Nice. And Jennifer, you and I had a conversation at Creature Feature as being also members of the Coloring Book Club, and that your on-screen boyfriend in the Toxic Avenger kind of got you into the coloring book world there.
Yes, Robert Slug. Yep. Yeah, he started that. That was my first husband, and I'll give him that credit. He started the ball rolling with painting pictures on oneself, and it's just so refreshing to do that and think about what kind of artwork you can put on yourself, and literally put your heart on your sleeves, which I've done.
Yeah.
And I love the work that I have on myself.
And I mean, the Toxic Avenger itself as well has made its way onto many a skin in general.
Yes.
So you guys all being involved in that movie and having somebody dedicating it to something they see every day has always got to feel so great for the work.
And we love you, but we got a line waiting, so we got to go.
No, 100%. We have definitely been cued for sure. We love you so much. Fangs and Infernos, thank you guys so much. We're going to let the Toxic Avenger go back. Take care. Come out, support. Horns up. Fangs out.